Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. I am a huge Halloween nerd, in case you have not figured that out or you're just joining. I am Halloween batshit crazy. So I am super excited to be scrapbooking this layout today. This is my 12 by 12 from my trip with Taylor, one of the 12 by 12s from the trip with Taylor that I took last year to Universal and Disney with her. This was my 7th year. At the time of this upload, I am on my 8th year in a row. I take COVID out of the mix because I wasn't basically allowed to go due to the fact that of all the closures. So if you want to split hairs over it, but 8 consecutive applicable years is what I'm on now. So super excited. By the time you guys see this upload on the day I'm posting it, I'm probably at brunch, knee deep in some mimosas. I'm not going to lie to you. But this picture was, or these pictures were taken last year, and I wanted to make sure that the upload for today was this one. So I'm super excited to be sharing this with you guys, the process, the thoughts, all the things. So let's talk product for a minute. The first thing I want to talk about is this god-awful hot mess that's happening. And I would like to pre-apologize because at some point in this, I apparently hit the camera, and so you're gonna get a really weird angle for a chunk of the video, and I had no idea it happened. Obviously there was no refilming happening, so I am really sorry. I have honestly never had that happen. I've lost footage before. I have never had this happen, and it was a mess. This was my second experience with Distress ink, and I really should have not done it with this spread. I should have tried to do it not filming and where I could play with it and on a scrap piece of paper. So I put the Distress powder down. I don't know if I just didn't set it long enough or what the F happened, but it basically did nothing. It came right back off. So I went back, cleaned the stencil, and then used said stencil to just make black, gray stars with the, what ink was that? Black soot from Tim Holtz. So super big mess. I kept trying to heat set it, thinking maybe it would show up. I don't know. And then I went around the edges and distressed it with the black soot. I think that's one of my favorite pieces. Honestly, all mess ups included, I'm really thrilled with how the spread turned out, considering I was getting really frustrated, and I kind of felt like I powered through. Part of me wanted to turn the camera off and come back, and then part of me was like, no, stay, finish, work through the problem. So I really like the distress around the edges. I really like the star stencil. I would have loved if they had been embossed. I think, again, that's something I want to play with in the future. I love how I finally got to dip into a couple pieces of extra goodies that we're going to come up with towards the end, and I'll talk about. I had that 3x4 card hanging out my stash that says, I've waited so long for this. And when I prepped these photos in these pocket pages months and months ago, I pulled that card out and I knew that I wanted to use it on this spread. So I was super happy. As far as the background paper goes, it is actually from the Prima collection last year, the 31 collection. I did order the Luna collection, which that haul uploaded a week ago. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll try to remind myself to link it so you can see the new stuff. I think you can still get most of the new stuff on scrapbook.com, they've restocked. So as far as I know, I don't know by the time this video post was going on, because people go completely nuts for the Prima collection. So hopefully that's all well and fine. But see, now we're all in this weird angle. I mean, you can still see everything, including my no makeup hot mess face and PJ thing going on. You guys will notice I also scrapbook a lot in this sweater. It's like my comfy cardigan. It's like a bathrobe type of situation. Like I live in that cardigan and wash it often. Like I'm not gross. But that is my favorite like scrapbook cardigan because it keeps me warm, but it's flexible. Anywho, so I'll talk about the word strips really fast and then see where we're at. So I don't like to hand write my journaling on 12 by 12 because obviously, as I have proven, mistakes are going to happen with my 12 by 12s. And I really don't want to make this super gorgeous layout and then be angry when the journaling comes out bad. I've had that happen enough times to know that I'm just not that person. So I knew I wanted to do these word strips. And so that's what I did. I just typed out my journaling and then I cut it into strips and then I very carefully got them all lined up in there. And then you're going to see me go back and outline the edges. And I think that really brought it all together. I was very clear that I wanted to kind of keep with the pink, the girly, the doodle. I can't wait until we get to the embellishment part and I can talk about some of those because they have been hanging out in my stash for a while, some of those pieces. So I was really excited to use those. But I want to talk about the trip for a couple minutes. So this is when we were getting to walk in the morning, I think. I think these were the morning shots. Either that or they were early after. These might have been in the afternoon. I don't know. I'm obviously using my phone to film. So, or to voiceover. So I'm not 100% certain what time of day these photos were taken. Regardless, I literally felt like my entire body was going to pop into butterflies. I was so excited just to be back. It's that one place that I feel like I can recharge. I feel grounded there. It's my happy place, truly. And I know people call Disney their happy place, and it is. It's really just that Orlando is my happy place, and that these locations, because I feel, and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, because obviously I preach this a lot, situational awareness, but I feel safe there. I truly do. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years. I've gone to the parks, and I've gone other times outside of October, but in terms of October, this is 8 years running. And to think back on 8 years worth of memories or traditions, it's overwhelming. It almost makes me want to cry every time I think about it, because even though the trip has grown and changed, there are certain things that have never changed and that I won't give up traditionally. And it's fun to see what makes its way into it. And now with this being Taylor's second trip, there's something magical to that. And we're already talking about next year. So it's really crazy to just have something that big happen on an annual basis that's not Christmas, or your birthday. It's different, and it's just such a magical experience. And I think I have decided that maybe next year or the year after, I'm going to try to do a series of video for prep and things like that. I don't know how much of the trip I'm going to film or if I'm going to vlog or anything. I've thought about it, but we'll see what happens this year. As far as embellishments, I love these tiny little black stars. The gold ones have been hanging out my stash for forever. They're from Citrus Twist. And the cute little ghosts I actually picked up at Target. So if you've got a Target accessible to you, I think they're from Hampton Art is the brand or something like that. But they're in the card section, and you can actually find some cute other little puffy stickers over there that are bats and pumpkins and things. But I was so excited to use them. And then the only other embellishment you're going to see me use is a scary and cute piece of ephemera. That's what it says, as a title, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I've been doing this thing where I kind of pull all that product that I think will go with the collection and keep it really close and kind of go through it if I hit a snag or I feel stumped. But I loved getting to use those cute little ghosts, because they were so precious, and girly, and I felt like they went with the collection really well. But considering that we are coming up on the end, I really, again, want to apologize for the really funky, view. And I'm really sorry. That has honestly never happened. But I obviously couldn't refilm it. And I really wanted you guys to see this process and hear my thoughts. I hope that you guys know how much I am enjoying brunch and thinking of you guys today on this fabulous day. And I have actually got content all ready to go. So we're not going to miss anything. And I'm really proud of that. I'm looking forward to a lot of things in the future over the fall. I have no idea what Wednesday's upload is going to be because at the time of this voiceover and the time that I filmed this, things are still in transit. So I don't know what's going to happen. But until then, I hope you guys are just creating your perfect little wonderlands and having the best time. And happy October, everybody!